from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Friday, November 12th. So today we do have the moon still in Aquarian energy. It will be transiting out of this energy, moving into Piscean energy very, very early on in the wee hours of the morning. So we're really not getting a whole lot of this Aquarian energy. Of course, there is that carryover from the first quarter moon in Aquarius that we had yesterday. We also have the 11/11 energy pouring into today as well, that realignment energy. And for many of us, the light codes continue, the activations continue. It's likely we're going to feel a little bit low and slow today, maybe pressurized in our inner realms, but physically speaking, a little bit on the slower side of life. We have this Piscean energy. The moon in Pisces always kinds of slows us down a tad because it's water on water. And we kind of get lost in our thoughts, in our visions, in our dreams, in our emotions. Now, typically speaking, the darker force energies have really amped up their game this week in order to prevent us from making a huge step in our ascension, raising our vibration and frequency with that beautiful window of opportunity that we had yesterday. And because of that, we can become very overwhelmed with our emotions and absolutely want to escape reality altogether. That being said, we're going to get off to a little bit of a wish-washy start. We're very unstable. We're kind of taking a look at the land from a different set of eyes. We had that realignment energy just blast us through yesterday, and now we're definitely taking a different vantage point of our realities, of the direction in which we're now going. We have this moon in Pisces going to help us come up with a little bit of empathy and compassion, not only for ourselves, but for those that have really disrupted our energy exchange in our personal relationships. We will have a tendency to kind of see where bigger life lessons are definitely at work, definitely at play. Many of us have had some very strong revelations, information emerge earlier on in the week that probably was not what we were counting on, probably not what we were hoping for, but definitely illuminated one path over the other. Now we have to figure out what we're going to do with it. And our intuition is very strong with the moon in Pisces, especially in Scorpio season. A lot of water, a lot of emotion, a lot of intuition, a lot of insight, a lot of transformation. There are 9 different aspects taking place here today, and 7 of them involve the moon. We have the moon making a very harmonious aspect with Uranus. This is, again, another attempt from the alignment energies to get our heart and head on the same page. The moon, of course, is our heart, is our emotions. That Uranian energy wants to wake up the mental plane, really expose a brand new perspective, download us with new ideas, new inspirations, and definitely put us more on a visionary path with the new goals, the new dreams that are emerging, and getting, again, in alignment, mind, body, and soul. Now, we do have a little bit of a conflict arising because the moon is going to go ahead and square the true node. Like I had mentioned, many of us have received some details and information this week that has definitely changed the game, altered our plans, altered the direction and the course of the path in which we thought we were definitely following and definitely trying to manifest. Even though some of these information tidbits were not what it is that we wanted, it does provide us with a clear path forward. Now we have to rework a couple of things. We have to go back to the drawing table, so to speak, and definitely kind of revamp our end vision, our end dream and goal based off of the new details that are coming in. Again, our intuition is strong. So definitely give yourself permission to get lost in la la land in order to gain a bigger, broader perspective. The sun in Scorpio is going to trine Neptune. This is a beautiful thing. Neptune energy rules over Piscean energy. And of course, the moon being in Pisces, the sun being in Scorpio, Neptune in Pisces, all kinds of intuition, all kinds of higher downloads. Again, still reaping the benefits of that very powerful window we just had yesterday. This is going to illuminate for us where it is that we have to trust our gut. We have to trust our higher selves. We have to listen to our emotions, to our intuition, and we have to make the efforts to really bridge the gap on releasing what it is we thought it was going to be and really accept the present moment for it is what it is. Now, what are we going to do? Now, how are we going to work with the new information and details that have just come to light? The moon sextiles Venus. This is a beautiful energy because Venus, of course, is in Capricorn, really down to the nitty gritty, rolling up her sleeves, doing what she has to do in order to balance the scales, bring a new worth, a new value back into her perspective to see where it is that she can be productive right now, bringing more elements of happiness and joy and pleasure in our lives. And of course, with the moon sextiling Venus, we're definitely getting a huge vantage point, huge insight through our gut, through our perspective, through our intellect on where it is that we need to go from here. The moon is going to make a little bit of a tension point with Saturn, and this is going to kind of block us a little bit from processing some of these revelations, this new information that we've had, because guess what? We're still not 100% sure why we got derailed the way that we've gotten derailed. We are in a very interesting point of time where we are supposed to be transforming and regenerating ourselves, but right now we're having a little bit of a mental and emotional block. Again, we can become very overwhelmed with the moon in Pisces, where if we get to a certain energy in our emotions, in our mental plane, we can check out altogether. Mars is not going to let us do that though, because Mars is going to be making a little bit of a conflicting aspect with Chiron, the wounded healer, really showing us our triggers, showing us our wounds, where it is that we're not feeling certain, where it is that the vulnerabilities are very loud, very clear at this point, and where it is that we need to be a little bit more aggressive, taking action, taking a baby step to align with the new path, the new details, the new dream, the new vision. The moon is then going to bump into Chiron, really illuminating the not so nice parts so that we can see where we can pluck out the silver linings and begin the healing process. Again, yes, we have information that we don't know what to do with. Again, yes, it totally derailed and threw a wrench in our plans. We haven't integrated it yet. We are still very disappointed, very wounded by this information, and we have to expose where it is that we're not feeling so good in order to kind of correct where it is that we can make these changes to get over this, to integrate this, to transform so that we can get on with it. We can get on with the new path. The moon then trines Mars, and this is going to be beautiful because not only are we going to be a little bit more direct with our expression, our thoughts and our feelings, really unleashing a lot of this pent-up energy, aggression, frustration, and maybe even anger. But mostly, we're going to be making a very positive move, a positive moon in our mental plane, in our emotions, and then in our physical realms. This is where productivity comes in because we're in alignment now with our intuition. We've gained vision. We've contemplated our wounds. We're taking an action in order to not stay in this funk. And we're going to get a huge level of emotional kind of control when the moon goes ahead and semi-squares Pluto. Pluto, of course, the god of the underworld, really wants to illuminate our fears and our doubts and our insecurity and our pain and our trauma, not to paralyze us, but to give us the opportunity to use all of those darker force energies and emotions in order to inspire us, to fuel and motivate us to make the kind of changes that now we have to make based off of the new information that really came in, rocked our worlds, and has put us on a different path in moving forward.